Welcome to the first episode of Detailing Like a Pro. The purpose of this series on this interior vehicle is just to take you through the steps that I do and help you increase your skills and confidence to either work on your personal vehicle or perhaps even start your own side business and offer this as a service. So we're going to break these videos down into short little bite sizes. It's not going to be 20 minutes long. Just short incremental videos for you to quickly learn, get tips and tricks, and then go out and implement it into your practice, your vehicle, into your situation. This first car here, this is a Kia Sorrento. It's pretty used. There's obviously kids here, so there's a lot of crumbs, a lot of food, a lot of kids meals, a lot of shirts, a lot of sports equipment here. So the first part into anything that we're doing with the interior is just cleaning it all out. So that's going to be removing this removing the trash, the debris, the jacket, and then putting them into separate bags. You want to get your bag. I'm just using here these cheap little gallon sized bags or whatever. And whether you're going to start with the front or the back, you do want to move the seats forward or backward. So if I want to start with the back side, I do want to make sure that the seat is pushed all the way forward. That way I can access everything on the back side, and you want to do it for both sides. And then sometimes when they're on the electrical motor, it goes pretty slow, so you just got to give it a second until it reaches the top, and then push this forward. And now you have access to the entire back side. Now be sure of, depending on what car you're working on, that this back side, the back row, doesn't push forward. You can't lift the seats or whatever have you. So like here, I know there's this little lever here, and then this will, oh wait, so this will just push it forward, right? But is it possible for this one to be pushed up? I don't think it can. So you just want to make sure you inspect, and you can do this after you remove the crumbs, but I want to do it on camera right now. So you want to make sure that there's no tab that you can pull over, that there's no other lever you can push up or down, or you can't move these up forward or backwards, because you don't want to think you removed everything you're cleaning and then 2 hours later you discover you can pull this up and then there's a bunch of crumbs and gunk and debris that you totally missed. So now that we've done that, we just want to start removing all the crap. And you want to start off with like the large areas. I'm not going for any like perfection or anything. Like, I'm just going to start off with the obvious trash. That's all I'm doing. I'm just going to remove the obvious. And when I mean obvious, I mean it's obvious trash. Like that, I'll just set it aside because it's not obvious trash. So like just legit thing that you immediately know it's trash. You don't want to debate and say, you don't want to make that judgment call for them and say this is not trash, this is trash, I'll throw it away. If it's not 100% trash, put it to the side and let the customer decide if they want to keep it or throw it away. Now, when reaching underneath any seat or any object that you can't see, do not just rush your hand to wherever you can't see. You don't want to cut yourself. You don't want to injure yourself. You don't want to jam your knuckles. You don't want to jam your hands. So whenever you are, look underneath. Make sure like there's nothing pointing out. Make sure there's no broken glass. Make sure you're not going to destroy your hand. And slowly reach in there and grab what you need, or grab what you have to get. And then as you're working, I mean, you can start pulling things out and just put it to the side right here or anywhere, just to make some more room. So there's a lot of crumbs here, as you can see. Well, these aren't even crumbs. What are these? I don't know. What do kids eat these days? And if you can keep it whole without like breaking it, that's even better. Like for instance, you don't want to, I'm gonna do it, but you don't want to like keep on doing that. Oh, never mind. I thought they're super squishy. But you don't want to, if possible, you don't want to turn them into smaller crumbs. You just want to keep them as whole pieces. And I'm not trying to get the crumbs or anything, I just wanted the bigger pieces. Why? Because I'm already here, I might as well just quickly scoop them up. So anything that's not trash, like these things, like I'll just move to my side just to be able to see more. Oh, that's good. Now that we got the back side done, we'll go ahead and just push this back on both sides and do this part now. But I'll just work one set at a time. They have this box here, so I'll just move this aside. And the more toys that I find and such, I'll just throw it into here, because obviously this is a dedicated designation for that. So I'll just put the stuff that I find in here as far as toys and such. Here's that. And I'll get a bigger bag for the personal items. I only got this big of a bag because that's what I had lying around right there. So you could use a smaller bag, but this is what I had laying around, so that's why I'm gonna use this big old bag. But there's a lot of things back there, so we probably won't use a big bag, but you probably have to have that big of a bag. So I'm on this side just so you guys can see. If I was on that side, you would not be able to see. So I'm gonna try. Now we can move the front seat backwards. Now there's actually nothing to really remove here. They don't have any floor mats, which sucks. So we're actually good here. There's a few things in here. So I'll just get those real quick. And that's gonna wrap up part 1 or episode 1 of this series, where we're just gonna remove the major debris, bulk, trash, stuff that's inside the vehicle, so it opens up. So it gives us more room to actually see what's going on, and we can actually start the actual first step of vacuuming, which will be on the next episode. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave those on the comment section. Make sure you watch this entire playlist. If you want to follow me on Instagram, it's @DetailGroup, where I'm posting a bunch of content there as well. And I'll see you on the next lesson.